Greetings, ladies and gentle players. It is not Friday, despite the fact that I've got a basics video coming out at you. Basics video is only 10 minutes long. I'm trying to record some basic DDK building games for my DDK players. And yeah, this one ended in about 10 minutes, but I think it had some good principles for the early game, so I didn't want to just throw the game in the trash. Thought I'll just go ahead and work a little bit harder today and release it for a Wednesday for one of my little shorty series. So hope you DDK players enjoy the principles in this rather shorter game, because it was quick, but I think it was good.
Game started.
Alright, it looks like I've got a game as white. That is always interesting. Got GG'd. Sorry, I'm paranoid as always. Make sure that they didn't just create their account to snag a game. So 4-4 or 3-4. Okay, I could play over here if I wanted to, but I'll do this one instead. It's all good. Making sure that my UI is aligned still. Cool, cool, cool. I'm gonna go with the double 4-4s because I'm interested in building. He's going 3-4, so he's probably interested in territory. That is a very, very unusual move. But don't you know it, it gives me a perfect spot for an enclosure, so I will take it. And now I can play here if I want to put pressure on him, but I don't really want to do that. I want to kind of start getting the building thing kind of rolling. And don't you know it, if you look at the widest parts of the board, we've got, this one's pretty wide because it goes from 3rd line to 4th line. But this one is too, because it also goes from a 3rd line to a 4th line. So these sides are about equal. This goes from 4th to 4th, so this is a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and approach the widest side. It also allows me to build off what I have potentially. So if I'm interested in trying to play a buildy game, it's probably going to start over here. He's taking, oh, I should say hello. He's taking territory, which is fine and dandy. Gotta love it. I'm going to connect and not Tiger Mouth. Tiger Mouth, sadly, is a little bit complicated nowadays. Got myself a little extension. Now I have an enclosure and an extension. All of these things are fantastic. I want to connect up my stones because usually keeping your stones connected is a really good thing to do, especially at DDK when your stones start getting all like split apart. That's usually when bad things start happening. So, bam. Not going to worry about, ooh, what about my territory? I don't care. I want to remain connected, and that's it. I'll hane. Now, I will admit, this one here is because I have knowledge of shape. I can hane at the head of 2 stones. So, just like so, I will do such things. The proverb tells me I can. I can play here and threaten to kill the 1 stone, because it seems hard to live there. So I will play that. That is a move all DDKs should immediately just scrub right out of their brain. Don't want that there. No, just like rub that move completely out of your gray matter and just toss it somewhere over there. Because this one, unfortunately, allows for a lot of really annoying things. One, I could throw in, if this was maybe a tighter shape, that throw in, probing the cut from the inside, could be a death sentence. Or, like we see here, I get to drop down for free, and they still respond in Gote. Now, if they just connected, I'm not going to drop down. That wouldn't make any sense. So they get the hane later on in endgame, which is pretty good. So I want to build, but we go corner, side, center, not side, center, 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 center. So I want to build, but I don't want to have all of my eggs in one basket, as it were. So I think I'm probably going to take either an enclosure or an approach. I'm leaning towards the enclosure. Yeah, I'll do that. All right, he's diving in the wall. We see this a lot nowadays because, I mean, it's what the AI kind of also tells you to do. If you're reviewing a game, they're like, hey, there's a wall, play over there. So I can't really be too upset about it if I'm being completely earnest. What's the best way of handling this? Kill him? No. cap him. Leaning towards the cap. I don't have to play any weird dumb move over here and take 1 point of territory. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. This group isn't in trouble, so I don't have to jump or anything. So, I mean, it makes sense that the cap is the best move. But is it too aggressive? No. We're playing DDKs, though. Huh. I'm actually not sure what to play then. I mean, the cap just seems like it's the only move possible. Partially because I don't have anything else to play, and also in part because it looks like maybe he's a little bit behind enemy lines. Whoops. That was a line tool. Meant to erase. There we go. So I don't wanna get like bogged down with, you know, trying to kill things. I'm just gonna make myself stronger. Bam. Making myself stronger. Alright, is that Sente? You know, it might be. I'll make myself stronger here too. Bam, done. Now what? Okay, I don't want you cutting through me, so it's fine. Okay, same thing. I don't want you doing that, so no cutties. Alright, we have Sente. Sweet. I will continue playing large points now. This is still not alive, by the way. I'm not even sure if this has one eye yet, because I can literally play here. Maybe it has an eye? I don't know. It's kind of, not really sure about that one, you know? But, like I mentioned in the intro, we made sure that we had Sente. Took next largest point. Now I'm just going to keep playing my merry little big movies. My big little movie moves. Just like so. He has 2 corners now. This doesn't really count. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. It's Comey. Shoulder hit. Uh-oh, don't want to ignore shoulder hits. We don't ignore shoulder hits, attachments, caps, things like that. We do double headed 2 and 3 stones though. Just following very simple proverbs. And then we also watch our cutting points. Now, I don't have to. I recognize that I could play here. And there's a non-zero chance he dies flat out on the right side of the board. Like, look at this board right now. Look at this board right now. This move here completely surrounds his right-hand group, which can't live locally. You see how strong that is? And all I did was I strengthened myself, made sure he couldn't cut through me. Looked like he was kind of threatening me, so I strengthened that too. Right? So he couldn't do anything weird there. He shoulder hit me, so I headed 2 stones, like the proverb tells me to. And that's actually pushed me into potentially killing a group across the entire board. Isn't that wild? I'll go ahead and defend. Isn't that crazy? Alright, so next large point on the board is open spaces. So where are the largest area of open spaces? We've got open spaces here. Pretty small. We've got open spaces here. And essentially a huge open space in here. But I'm going to go side before the center. So we're going to take that one. And the reason for that is because the open space in the center is like invadable from this way and this way and this way. Maybe a lean over here to go in from that way. That's why corner side center is a thing. Because corner, easier to develop territory there, since you've got essentially 2 walls already in place, aiding your corner. The side, you have 1 wall in place to aiding your development. But in the middle, you've got no walls. You have to create them all from scratch. That's all that is. What's this? Ba-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know. I could attack it. It doesn't have a base. It runs. This group's in trouble too. 2 space extension is not a live local. I could have put pressure on it. Then attack 2 at the same time. All of these things I'm not going to do, obviously. That's kind of why I did mention them. Food for thought, as it were. Instead, I'm going to be simple. I'm going to connect. Boom, connected. That is behind enemy lines. I'm going to cap it. That is clear enemy line right there. Now, here you can see my mouse. It immediately hovered over to here. Because I recognize from here, he can't disconnect me by playing here, because I would just literally play that one, right? We don't play here, where mouse is now, because he can push and then hurts my stone. So it's either this one or this one. Sorry, here. And I think I'm going to play this one. Yeah, I'm going to play here. This kind of connection you get used to. Now, his only move to try to save himself and fight his way out of here is the attachment here into this one. And unfortunately, if he were to play it, he probably kills his right side group. He can't afford a weak group right now. Now here you're probably saying this requires a ton of reading. I would get killed here. Like, what do you do? Do you pull back now? And then like what happens? Does he play there and you play here and he plays there and you play there and you got to read out thing? Like, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. I hate to do that. We're not gonna do that. So what do you do instead? What do you do instead? Do you cut now and then he Ataris and you Atari? That you could do. That you could do. I could see that working. In fact, I might play it. Normally, I would actually play here. Because then, no matter what he plays, we've connected through. But yeah, this one works too. Let's go show that now that I mentioned it. Chances are this gives me Sentai. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, okay, I'm connected up then. See? If he drops down, I cut him off. If he connects, I connect. See? Not a problem. Not a problem at all.
You have won.
Crap. Okay, that part was not fun because he just resigned on move 72. I'm not even sure if I can use this. So there's not a lot to review here. I don't think I really have to hop into a review. Suffice to say, I connected and that was it. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure if anyone's ever going to see this video. I have to think about it. I have to really think about it. But if you do, I hope you liked the game. And yeah, I'm obviously playing again. So I hope you enjoy that game too. Take care.